Go. Hi guys,
Right.
this is 1-to-1 Gigawatts, and this is the 1-to-1 Gigawatts commentary. And today we are going to be doing a commentary on Bumblebee, which will be the last movie in the Transformers movie
Well,
cinematic. Yeah, the last movie in the sort of Michael Bay like live action cinema sort of
universe so far.
universe. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't remember what it was called. Just
Yeah.
the word completely escaped me.
The only good one.
Yeah.
Um, and like I say, this is the only one that I actually do love. Like, I do love this movie quite a bit. Like, it ain't perfect. Um,
But it's better
Many people,
than 5.
yeah, it's better than whatever that was. And like many other people, I make the joke that it's a B movie. Like, it's a bad pun, I know, but like, it's like I say, for what it is, it's better than it has any right to be. And it's just for like me as a fan to have like 5 movies of just nothing, and then to finally get something great. Like when we first saw it, like because you were there with me, like
Yeah.
I could have walked out 5 minutes in and been completely satisfied. And you know what scene I'm talking about, like, and obviously we'll get there because it's literally the first scene in the movie. But yeah,
Mm.
I do really like this one. I love the director Travis Knight, who did all the Leica stuff, like Paranorman, Kubo, and I really hope he comes back to do some more things like this. But I know that the next one's not going to be. Well, I think they're going to make an Optimus Prime movie. Like, I know that Peter Cullen wants one before he apparently passes away,
Mm.
but hopefully, like I say, we do get one because
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
need more ones like this. We don't need any more of the other ones.
Mm.
Michael Bay should not be allowed back. But yeah, so you haven't seen this since we saw it in the cinema,
Yeah,
have
no,
you?
I haven't watched it since we watched it in the cinema, so it's been a while since I've watched this. What, 2 years? So,
Yeah. So we're gonna have fun. Like, this is the only good one, and then we can finally start getting to some good movies after this.
yeah.
Like, I think what was the next one after this? We're gonna do Pirates. Like,
Yeah, Pirates will be the next stuff that we do after this.
mm-hmm.
It'll be Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm really looking forward to because I
Yeah.
love Pirates. So,
At least there's 3 good movies and 2 bad ones in that. Not all 5 are bad.
yeah, 3 good ones, 1 passable, and then 1 real bad one.
Yeah. Right. I'm ready where you are.
Yeah, yeah. So, as I said last time, we're gonna just we'll count down from 5.
Yeah.
Well, from 3, and then on go we'll start the movie.
Try and
Just
give
to
you as much context as possible, and like as per usual with most commentaries on YouTube.
just to let everybody know, though, just as a quick thing, is that at the 35-minute mark in this movie, there is an additional line in our version which was cut from, I believe, did you say the UK? The UK version.
Yeah, the
was
UK
cut.
version was cut, but I don't know if it's in the DVD of most UK versions. It probably is, but like
Yeah,
this is the version that we have.
more than likely, it is. Your version that you've got at home or on Netflix, if you're using the Netflix one, which is what we're using, watching it off. Hashtag Netflix, please sponsor us. Is it's got the line in it. For some reason, the cinematic version was cut. The line was cut from it. I don't really know why. They never really explained
I don't
it.
know why.
It was just for some reason it was cut. So for that reason, why we're mentioning it now, just in case everyone's like, "Well, I watched it and it kind of timed out 35 minutes in." It's just, well, that's the reason,
Yeah, that's all. It's not like Revenge of the Sith Fallen, where it's like I almost said Revenge of the Sith then, where it's
Yeah, I
like
know you did.
I'm thinking about Star Wars too much. Where like it's a whole like minute sequence. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like a few seconds, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not.
Anyway.
It's not too bad. It's not going to outsink you too much. Like,
No.
but yeah, we'll start the countdown now. I'll start the timer, and then we will start the movie. So, you ready?
All right. Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, movie starting. Timer start. The timer has started.
So the Paramount light started coming in.
The credits are just coming on now.
So the opening of this movie is fantastic, and like the best thing to come out of any live action Transformers movie in I think since the original like animated movie.
Yeah, go.
I turned to both of you and I said like I could have walked out after this sequence and been completely satisfied.
I think we discussed this like during our previous like watch throughs of the last 5, but I think the big problem that we had, that I know that you had with Transformers and that I kind of had with it as well. Oh my god, 10 Cent Pictures? Hello?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Production company name.
Yeah, I think the big problem that we had with the previous Michael Bay movies is that they never really did the universe correctly. They changed it
No.
so much, and they know. Oh, like this. I just want to say, right? I forgot how great this scene is.
This scene is all like they
It is
all
amazing.
they look like the G1, but they look dynamic enough to like be live action things. They don't
Yeah.
look like blocky. Like
They look so good.
You can do it, which makes me. This is why I say that Michael Bay was misguided because you
Yeah.
can do it.
Look how cool
It
this
is
looks.
incredible.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Like, and I love how all the Seekers is like. This is how you do the clone thing, right? Because the Seekers are a thing from G1. It's like they're all just sharing the same body.
Did you just kick his head? What the fuck? Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Go,
so
go,
cool.
go, 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 go!
He looks fantastic. All of them look fantastic.
They all look
like,
great. See, this is what we
we
wanted. Michael Bay, this is what we wanted. Look how great
Fun
this
fact.
looks. Beautiful.
All of them are voiced by the guy from Honest Trailers.
Yep.
That's and which is I guess why they didn't do an Honest Trailers of Bumblebee.
This is what Cybertron is supposed to look like.
Yeah. It's not all grey as well. It's like there's loads of
Yeah, it's
colours.
dynamic.
Like,
It's like yeah. I'd argue it's quite bright actually. Like it's very
look at
colourful.
all that. There's so much bright orange and I love Optimus' design in this as well. I love his like how he looks as well because like he looks like him, but he looks like he's actual physically there.
Yeah.
Like for a movie that's clearly so much cheaper, it looks just as good.
It looks
But,
better.
yeah.
Way better.
And also one other thing I love about this movie, Tom, no MacGuffin plot.
Yep.
No MacGuffin plot.
No MacGuffin plot. Do you know what we said? I said this right. Is that do you know why this movie works and why it's good? It's because it's a simple concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's boy and car. That's exactly what it. I know it's not technically boy and car, but that premise of the boy and car movie.
Yeah, it's the Iron Giant.
This is it. Yeah, it's the Iron.
Like-
the Iron Giant. Yeah.
But it's just he's smaller. Like
Yeah.
and this movie has problems, but I'll get to those later. But like it doesn't take away from this movie. Like it does something that a lot of this story does well, and the Iron Giant doesn't have.
I love the Iron Giant.
Yeah, I love the Iron Giant too. It's one of my favorite movies. But this has an advantage over the Iron Giant because my biggest problem with this movie is, and we'll get there, is that it doesn't feel like it's the actual 80s. Like it's another 2015 Stranger Things 80s. Like,
Yeah, it's where like it's pseudo
it's 80s by design.
Pseudo 80s.
It's 80s land.
Yeah. But remember,
like,
guys.
entire...
guys. The 80s is cool now. Remember that.
Yeah. So here we have John Cena. Like,
Oh
I know we
yeah,
don't-
I forgot
yeah,
he's in this movie.
Yeah, and he is the best character. In this,
I
like,
can't
probably
believe you
the second
forgot
one.
he was in this movie.
He has the best lines in this, but we'll get to those in a bit. But yeah, that's.
Wait, what do you
it's
mean?
because-
I don't see John Cena. There's just
Yeah,
a gun
you
walking
just don't see
around.
anything. But yeah, like this movie does, like, because obviously, one thing I'm getting annoyed with movies nowadays, Tom, you'll agree with me. I wish the movies would be like slower with their pace and like build up more, kind of like movies did back in the old days, kind of like like movies that we love, like Alien.
Yeah.
Like,
Because do you know what? There is nothing better than a movie that builds up its characters and then gives you
And
a
then
great
ends.
payoff at the end.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I love something like Rogue One. And movies like this are this is the closest thing we get to like a movie that has downtime, and this movie does something that works that I think the Iron Giant doesn't have, which is, yes, it's got like the story with Bumblebee and thing, but it's always cooking back to other stuff, like the Decepticons that are chasing him, but it's never just action.
Yeah.
Like, and it always keeps the audience interested.
The
We'll
problem
get there
with
anyway.
the problem with the original Transformers movies is that it's literally just exposition, action, exposition,
Yeah.
action, exposition, action. But the
Because the
exposition
Transformers don't show up
isn't.
until an hour in.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally, it's what 5 minutes, and we've already seen the War of Cybertron. We've just seen the crash right now. Like it's
Yeah.
already stating the plot within the first 5 minutes.
and also
whilst-
we've got to establish that Bumblebee could fight before he loses his memory. Like,
Mm,
so it's not like Iron Giant where we don't know if he's a weapon or not.
yeah.
Like, John Cena is quite good in this. Like, like I know what John Cena is a meme, but he is like anything I see him in, I enjoy him in. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he's a terrible actor.
no,
Like,
I like him. He's not Dave Bautista, because Dave Bautista become one of my favorite like wrestlers turned actors because he's proved himself many times. Like in Blade Runner 2049
yeah.
or Guardians. Like, I love that he turns into something different before he becomes the bug, because like he's got to scan something.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously they didn't have to do this because it would take them time to model another model of Bumblebee, because they've got to
Yeah.
change his entire character design to like basically make him into that thing.
Yeah. Wait, was John Cena the villain in this movie?
No, he's just the military component, really, I guess.
Because there's always that established like the human villain. There's always got to be that human villain, right?
Mm. I get like I wouldn't really see it as a villain, more as an obstacle. Like
Okay.
it's difficult to say because obviously he becomes good. Like he helps him fight the Decepticons at the end. Because
Classic humans. They see something they don't understand. Quick, shoot at it.
yeah, well, this is America,
Yeah.
still America.
America.
Also, fighting in this kind of like mountainy forest is a cool area to fight for.
Yeah.
It's something new we haven't seen quite yet.
Mm. Ooh. Oh no.
I like his mask. Like I like his.
Yeah.
It's much more simplified than the other one. Like
Yeah.
oh,
Oof.
just like you thought you were getting away. What? Imagine if he asked him if he had insurance. Like,
Yeah.
but he is the car.
Honestly, wouldn't have been surprised if they like if this was a Michael Bay movie, they would have thrown in a cheesy line
Yeah.
like, "I hope he has insurance" or some shit.
Also, I don't know if I like that his like you know how you see through his eyes and it's like really 80s. It's like
Yeah.
does that look weird to you? Like okay, like I love the Seeker's design when we get to it in a minute, but I think it is a mistake for it to be white and red. Because as soon as you think that color scheme, you think Starscream, and everyone thought it was
Yeah.
Starscream, but it's
Yeah.
not. You could have made it any color. You could have made it the color that the actual character's name is in the classic series,
Yeah.
which is purple and tan. Like, because it's blatantly. I feel that was a studio thing more than it was
Yeah, probably. More than
a
likely
great
it was.
decision. I haven't listened to the commentary for this movie, so I don't know. But like,
I'm glad they actually gave Bumblebee a voice in this one.
yeah,
Because it was so
You
annoying in the fucking Michael Bay ones.
every time it does every time.
Did you think you could hide?
Did you put that name in Goblet of Fire?
It should have gone to the fire, Harry. Oh, we need to do
Oh,
Harry
he
Potter at some point as well.
We do. He looks so cool. Like it's a
Yeah.
fantastic design.
I mean,
Like,
that bit there didn't look too good, but like the
no.
like the scene before that looked really awesome.
Like this just proves that you can do designs like this, like that.
Yeah, and it works and it looks
It
good.
works. Like
You could tell this was done by somebody who actually understands Transformers, at least
Yeah.
more than Michael Bay does.
that gun sound is quite cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have mixed feelings about this bit because, like, yeah, we've got to get his voice. We've got to get his voice gone, right?
Mm.
But then the very next moment, he's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
So what was the point? It's like
It's
it's almost like he read the script.
Yeah,
and
it's
was
always like, wow. I think, do you know what I think it was, right? It might have said he did it and then, like, stabbed him. I was going to stab him again, but he thought, nah, I'm just going to drop it to his death and just
Yeah.
watch it in glory.
like it is an issue, but it's not really a detriment. Like because I guess he was gonna kill him anyway. But
Yeah. How did he not react at all to that?
it's like he only reacted to when he put it in him. Like
Yeah. man, so cool.
So yeah, we have to establish that his memory like
Yeah,
is going and that. I
of
do
course.
almost question how the Seeker found him so quickly because like
Yeah.
Optimus said that her world was in, but like I guess it's just a way to it's a quick way to just get him to where we need him to be for the rest of the movie to be good.
Mm.
He can't see me because I'm John Cena.
I was expecting that joke, to be honest. He needs to put his hand in front of his face, then it'll turn invisible.
I've always wanted to go to places in America like that where it's like
This is more like towards like Canada, right?
I mean the movie's set in for San Francisco, but I imagine if you
Which
go
is
up a
quite
bit
north.
more north, it might
Mm.
be more this thing because this is definitely a northernish state probably.
Yeah. Oh, this is definitely in the northwest. I mean, so if we have any American viewers, you could probably correct us if you want.
Yeah, I don't know like because obviously he scans the vehicle here. We don't know how long it is before he gets to San Francisco. He could have been there for ages. Like
Yeah.
so here we have Ailey Steinfeld, who is a great actress, like and a great singer too. Like
Mm.
I like her music quite a bit.
Mm.
She got nominated for an Oscar when she was 14.
Really?
Yeah, for the remake of True Grit.
Oh.
Yeah, even though she should have got the main actress role because again, she's the main character of the movie.
Mm.
Academy Awards. Like,
Oh, the Walkman. There you go. God, it couldn't.
yeah,
80s. Remember, guys,
again,
this is set in the 80s. I don't know if you knew
this is
that.
my this is my biggest problem with the movie, and it's a problem with a lot of movies post 2015. Like everything does the 80s now because the 80s is more popular than it's ever been.
Yeah. Remember, the 80s is cool.
Yeah,
I don't understand why the 80s came back as such a big fashion.
it's because all the people that are in charge now, Tom, were lived through the 80s.
Yeah, makes sense.
That'd be why. Because you got to remember when George Lucas did Star Wars, he did stuff based on what he grew up watching as a kid, which was serials.
Mm.
Okay, so this like the family that like what another thing that I find like a bit weird about this movie that the family could be a bit more developed, but they are funny. Like
Mm.
her stepdad is basically a jerk, but the jerk that doesn't mean to be a jerk. Like
Yeah, unintentionally a jerk.
yeah,
It seems like he's trying to be good, but it just doesn't come off the way he wants it to.
yeah.
Kind of feel bad for him because it's like, I guess like this
He's
is really
trying.
he's trying, but he can't really get through to a teenage girl, right? Who's already grown up
He's,
more or less. It's not like she's a little kid, so
and already like has lost her real dad. Like
yeah. I feel bad for him because the guy's trying, man.
yeah, and like unlike unlike like Shia in the first one,
Mm.
you can kind of give her a pass on what she's saying because of what she's because
Mm.
like
You could
being
understand her situation,
like when
like
you've lost someone
yeah.
like you say things that you regret like you
Mm.
do because you're in an emotional place that you can't really control or understand.
Mm.
It's not like having anxiety where like it's weird. It's like you're missing something that's gone and you don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Man, that looks real gross.
I know. What is that? What is that
It's
supposed to
lemon, isn't
be?
it?
What are they doing with those lemons?
Yeah.
Ah, oui, oui, French. Oh, they're really nice, those corn dogs.
Yeah.
Man, that just makes me think back to Japan.
Well, look, when I told you to like get some crab and you were right standing
Yeah.
next to me.
Look, I did think at the time. My bad, I guess.
Those churros look dead nice though.
They
That
do
we
look
saw
good.
a minute ago.
Did it look? If I remember, I think I liked not his character, the other guy who was trying to hit on her.
Yeah, he's quite good in this.
Hmm.
Although I hate like these typical 80s bullies, like they're just the
Yeah.
worst. Like
The typical high school bullies, the jerks.
yeah.
Oh, the 80s soundtrack's kicking in. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot in this, but like there's some good choices.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad.
Um,
Yeah, you know, you gotta have if it's the 80s, you gotta have that classic Sony Walkman, right?
yeah. Also, this joke with this guy with like having to watch Alf, it's like, was Alf really that big back then?
I don't know.
Like, people who lived in the 80s, please let me know because like
we
I
did,
don't get how why this
yeah,
old guy
we
would
went
be
alive
invested
during
in-
that time, so
Yeah, like I
is
don't
it
get
that
why
big of a
this
deal?
I don't get why this old guy is such invested in a puppet.
Yeah. Oh, there
It's
you
a
go.
nice
This is a
little.
good song. Do you know what? I'd take it. They've got some great fucking choices for the soundtrack.
Yeah, like it's almost no, it's no Guardians, obviously.
Yeah, of
but,
course. But it's damn fucking close.
Yeah, it's like
I think for us as well, even though we didn't grow up in the 80s,
but these songs were around like
these songs were very much still prevalent for us because like
when
our
we're
parents
growing
grew up there, so they would like my parents would listen to this music because
yeah.
obviously this is what they grew up with. So I constantly was hearing these songs all the time. So
And obviously, I grew up with a lot of stuff from the 80s because I didn't have a PS1 for ages, and when I finally did get one, it was like years behind. I grew up with stuff from the 80s, like one of my first consoles was a 64. Like
one of my first consoles was a Mega Drive.
yeah, same. Like, I don't think I had a Mega Drive, but I had like things from the 80s, and it's like so like I get like the thing like this whole love for the 80s. It was a very much more simpler time,
Yeah, definitely.
like and a much more exciting time than it is now. Like God forbid anything's better than now.
Yeah, Jesus, don't you have to remind me?
Yeah. Also, I like how we're not even 20 minutes in, Tom, and like Bumblebee's already here. Like it hasn't taken
Yeah,
ages for it to
we've
like.
already established that Bumblebee's here. We've already got a decent character, sort of like even though it's not really
Yeah,
technical backstory, it's enough to give us a sense of what's going on.
I'm already cutting away to our villains. Like
Yep. They've already established the plot already within 20 minutes. Michael Bay, why the fuck can't you do that? Huh?
Angela Bassett being creepy as.
I mean, this scene doesn't look great. Like, it looks okay, but it don't look
It's
great.
the backgrounds. It's not the actual
Yeah,
robots themselves.
It's the backgrounds.
Yeah. Now I like these two Decepticon designs here, but I think that they are, in parts, a bit too busy. I think they get better once they get their other forms, because obviously
Yeah.
they scan more vehicles, or they get other forms. Because clearly here they're still in their Cybertronian forms, but I like how simplistic they get them back to being. I like how they have personalities. They actually talk to each other,
Yeah, and
and it's not all just about action. Like,
Yeah.
And again, unlike the Iron Giant, we've got a threat that's always constantly looming.
Mm.
Because the audience knows that when we can't fight these guys because he's going to assume because obviously we find out that obviously he's doesn't remember and he's basically a child. Like,
What is the obsession? What's the obsession? I don't get it.
I don't get, like, was Alfred that big back then?
Yeah, was he really that big? Like, please someone explain this to us.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Wow. Yeah, isn't the thing is that she's trying to fix this car because it's what her dad was trying to do, right?
I think so. Like,
If I
it's
remember correctly.
such a small plot point that, like, it only comes back up at the end. Like,
I think she's trying to fix it to because obviously her dad was trying to, and
now that I can believe, like, all the family are watching TV together with the dog. Like,
yeah.
I can believe that happened back then.
Is that an alien poster in the background?
I'm not sure.
That,
I mean,
that definitely was an alien poster in the background.
I wouldn't put it past him. Like, welcome to our world, girl. Waking up and just your birthday's an all day.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, it's that time, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm now slightly older.
Yeah. God, that's the depressing thing about getting old. Enjoy your youth while you can.
Okay, so I've had many like discussions about people why this scene is like you're supposed to take this because people have taken this the wrong way. Like him giving her when he gives her his present, like the helmet is just it's stupid. Like it's just a stupid joke. Like what mum would like? She must know that she wouldn't wear that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you'd at least get like one that's not got flowers on it.
Yeah.
Also, him giving her this book. I'm sorry, guys. It is a bad thing. It is not a good thing to give her this book. And I've had many arguments with people about this. It is a bad thing.
To be fair, though, I think people in those days didn't really know as much about like.
No, obviously, like I said before, anxiety is such a now thing. It wasn't a thing back then. Like you were stressed, you were sad, you weren't really anxious. Like, but again, him giving her that.
I think even she knew that was a bad call.
Yeah. But like, I've had people like turn around and say that's like you should read that book. It's like no, it is a bad thing that he gave her that book. Also, you should never tell someone to smile when they shouldn't. Like they can't. It's really bad for them.
What a nice dude.
Easy. Well, that was surprisingly easy.
I know. What a nice man.
Another good song.
Yeah. Cue the montage.
I like how they make him the bug and like 'cause obviously that's what he was originally, and then they just like forget Herbie like because I know that like I don't really see anyone compare Bumblebee to Herbie like when this came out like
no. Wait, wasn't this also the same around the time that the Herbie movie sort of just came out, right?
Well,
The
no, Herbie's
remake?
is a '60s thing.
No,
So.
but didn't they make a new movie for Herbie, like like a new version of it?
No, the last one was with that horrible one with Lindsay Lohan, the 2006 one,
Ah, okay.
which is why I think that they changed it
Hmm.
in the because obviously Transformers just came out the year afterwards.
Yeah.
So
I like how they're talking about that thing is a death trap. She's gonna
yeah.
die in that. Just wave a goodbye, it'll be fine.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. What is that?
Yeah. Is that a penis?
Oh, why'd you have to make that joke? What was that? Was enough? Like, so I guess that her fixing him is what caused him to come back to life. I guess, but
Yeah, maybe.
like they don't really explain like how he suddenly is able to transform again and do all this stuff.
Oh no,
But
they never really explained that. This was a cool. This is a cool scene.
it is a cool scene.
Look how better this is.
And also I think his design is great in this. Like
Mm.
it's using like visual cues of like character design where like a character's round, like
So
like
they're good.
basically everything about him is round. So like he the audience like can sense vulnerability in him. Like
Mm.
he's vulnerable. Like he's not menacing, unlike the other version.
Unlike the Michael Bay version.
Yeah.
Look how scared he is. Oh, he's adorable. He's puppy.
Like in this one, he actually is cute. Like
Yeah. It's a death trap, remember? Death trap.
yeah,
Yeah, Bumblebee's adorable in this. He's actually
yeah.
cute. Unlike the fucking previous. Oh,
Where
God,
like he
I feel
rips
like I'm getting.
people in
I feel
half.
like I'm getting PTSD flashbacks every time I
Yeah.
mention those movies.
It's like a lot of the other ones where he rips people in half. Like
Yeah,
or,
he's like this
or
one. He's
tears
adorable. He's cute, and the other one, he's brutally ripping heads off.
yeah, like ripping the skin off robot cats. Tickling John Malkovich.
Yeah. Look how adorable he is.
Yeah, like in this year, it's actually really like really, really cute.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I liked how like that was just like without words, it just explains that how like
Yeah,
it tells her that like he
he's
has no voice.
yeah, and he's afraid. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Show don't tell. Like
Yeah, a visual cue speaks 1,000 words.
yeah. If you pet a horse on the face, it'll love you for life.
Ooh woo. See, look, but Bumblebee looks great in this scene. He looks like he's actually
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, he looks real. Because like, unlike the other ones where all the cars look dead shiny, the bug beforehand looks dirty,
Yeah.
so you can believe the dirt on his body. Like,
Mm. Mm. What's a birthday?
birthday.
Birthday? I can't remember exactly why she calls him Bumblebee.
He sounds like a bumblebee. Apparently, like
Oh.
that's the reason. I mean, he's yellow. I guess like
Yeah.
he has a literal bumblebee hive in him when she
Yeah.
finds him. So I guess like
Yeah, she did say it matches your outfit. Michael Bay, this is how you do a Transformers movie!
also classic. Like this is a classic '80s transition where like you pan up to something and then
Pan
cut
down.
back down.
Yeah, pan down to something else. Great. Yeah. It's a... Oh, here it is. Unsuccessfully! That's a nice car, though.
It is. It's gonna get destroyed in a minute.
Hmm.
Isn't she from Oh, what's the sitcom? I'm blanking on it. The one with Patrick Warburton in it.
Oh, I know what you're on about.
It's got a fucking. It's basically got the cast of Emperor's New Groove in it.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're on about. Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called.
I can't remember it. I'm blanking on it. Like, it's just like
Yeah.
it's that. Oh my car. Also, we're going back to the Meteors thing, which, like, I guess is a tie into the first movie. 'Cause
His
it's
car. He just bought it.
it's trying to be a prequel, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
it's using that. Man, how many lights do you need on something?
No, Jesus Christ. That was those scenes were cool.
Yeah, they transform with a lot more smoothness in this one.
Mm.
I love how they just murder like people randomly. Just pop.
This is the scene was all about.
Like, I love the effect of like because it's actually kind of creepy for a kids movie where like he just turns them into snot.
Yeah.
Like it's simple, but it's really creepy at the same time.
It's kind of disturbing that he did that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna look past it.
Yeah.
I like how they just leave her, just like, yeah, we just killed him, don't worry about it.
We're just testing our weapons out, don't mind us.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what this movie has over Iron Giant. Iron Giant, I think, is a better movie, but Iron Giant doesn't have a villain motive except for the military part. And, like, obviously with this movie, we're always aware of the Decepticons in the background coming for him.
Mm.
Also, how did she get her car if she didn't have the keys or something? Like, I still don't get this scene.
No, maybe she just hotwired it. I don't know.
And, like, I guess, like, you know, I'd hotwire a car? That's so hot. I don't know why.
That guy's like, hey, yeah, yeah.
Did you see what he was reading? like I don't get like this scene is just more filler to me personally. Like,
Yeah. Oh, this guy, he's trying so hard to talk to her. I
yeah.
feel bad for him.
Also, are you allowed to drive cars without the insurance for it, like in America?
I actually have no idea how how
Because
America.
obviously America's the way that we like. Because obviously, I know that America's way of doing cars is completely different from ours,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
like,
Because if as a bit of a side tangent for anyone that doesn't know who of any of our American audiences, like the law here is that your car has to be insured. You cannot drive a car if it is not insured. It
so
is
basically,
against the law.
yeah,
If you drive without insurance, you will be arrested. So
yeah,
you need to when you buy a car. I know this because I've done it. What you do is you buy the car, and then what the garage gives you, they give you a 3-day insurance cover, which is done with the garage. So you're insured for 3 days with the garage with the car garage. So you get that gives you time to basically ring up and say, I want insurance for my car for a month as a rolling thing, or 6 months, or as a year. So it gives you that time to sort of sort out your own insurance. But they will you can, and also you could buy cars secondhand too. Like what you do is you do basically the same thing. Is where you essentially what you do is you ring up your either your current insurance. Again, I know this because my dad buys cars all the time, and then you basically get like a policy in your insurance which allows you to drive third party cars, and then you
yeah.
can insure that properly. It covers you for that like short amount of time. But again, I don't know how America works. I don't know if you can just buy a car straight out and just drive it straight away, and you don't have to get it insured.
Yeah, whether
or
you've got
well,
insurance
I'm not
or
really sure how that works. Like, because obviously, I bet their
Yeah.
laws are way different to ours. So,
Also, that's supposed to be Simmons, like that guy that just gave him the paper.
oh yeah, it's supposed to be, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is this like a prequel, sequel? Like,
Well, apparently, because obviously that's supposed to be Sector 7 from the first movie,
yeah.
which says to me that obviously they've got Megatron in the basement, so...
So, yeah. Hmm. He's still so adorable.
yeah. Although this scene is kind of weird because of what he does when he tries to, like, hide, given that he did it earlier. Like...
Yeah.
It is funny. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just... That was really cute what he did there. Where
Yeah, he like
just...
rolled into his transformation. That was cool.
Yeah. I like how they visually explain the thing that they can do more than one transformation here, like they scan something else.
Yeah.
So obviously we've not had trouble changes really, except for drift in this, and they would been explained like. I also like we'll see in a minute how all of their vehicle modes are part of their robot form.
Mm.
They don't just look like scrap.
I like how he's like, let's communicate, and they're like, nah, we're gonna blast them to pieces, dude. Murica.
He's just like, can I kill them? I like how that sentence contradicts itself.
Yeah.
Like, what I like about this is, like, unlike the
Mm.
other movies, like, this isn't an action scene. The
Yeah.
Decepticons are just, they're planning. Like,
Yeah,
they're being sneaky about it.
the deceiving isn't the name. They're being deceptive.
Her mouth looks weird.
Yeah, it does look a bit weird.
I think it's, like, a weird choice to make it look like that.
Mm.
Because I like both their designs, it's just, I think they're a bit busy in places. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're getting back to the more Michael Bay-ish look. Because compared to the other ones, they're great, like, but
Mm.
they've actually got flat pieces, like, there's actual focal points, like...
Take
I
us
get
to
it.
your leader. Do you know what I like about this movie, right? Especially about those two Decepticons, is that they're not there really. They don't really care about Earth. They're just there to hunt Bumblebee, and that's really about
Yeah.
it. They don't really give a shit about the people.
They only
like,
bring the army down because they know that everyone's coming here.
Mhm.
Like, that's the only reason. Like, they just what I like about it is they're not going in blasting. They're going in. They know that they can't win against every person.
Yeah,
they're just being clever about
they're
it.
not doing how they would previously done the movie, where they just gave him fucking blasting at every opportunity. This is like this one that they're thinking about it. They're like, well, hang on, we can't do that because we don't know
We can
what these people are
manipulate them.
capable of.
Like, what we'll do is manipulate him. I like how he's got shoes. Like,
Yeah, he's got shoes on.
they look great.
Yeah, his trainers look fucking cool. Oh, it's Optimus.
I like how she says
It's
that's Optimus
Minecraft.
Prime.
It's Minecraft Optimus. He's all blocky. Oh, he's having PTSD flashbacks. I can't remember. Does Optimus actually make an appearance apart from in this scene in the movie at all?
No, he appears right at the end. Like,
Oh, okay. He's so cool.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Fan service, yes, but good fan service.
He's just had a PTSD flashback. Of course it's not okay.
There's a cut scene in Iron Giant that's similar to that, where like the giant remembers his purpose and it flashes back.
Hmm.
He basically remembers that he's actually a war machine that invades several. There's like thousands of different versions of it. It's kind of terrifying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's like one of like thousands of like things that go around invading and destroying. Because basically, you find out at the end of that movie, he's basically just a death machine. Like, and this is kind of similar because obviously Bumblebee is a war machine. Like he is
Yeah.
a warrior. Like
Yeah, he's a warrior, but not in the same sense as like. Wait, really?
there is, yeah. There's an actual clip. It's a cut scene, and that kind of reminds me of it personally.
God, I watched Iron Giant and so goddamn long.
We should do that definitely at some point because I do
Yeah.
love that movie. Like,
It's a great movie.
So this thing with her being a diver does come back a little bit later on.
Mm.
Um,
To say this movie was cheaper than the Michael Bay
yeah.
ones, it looks
Oh,
better.
definitely one.
It looks
No,
way
yeah, it
better.
looks better because obviously they've got more time to focus on the effects. Like
Yeah.
they have
Look
basically.
how great this
and,
looks.
and it's not like Bumblebee isn't in the movie a lot because he is. Like,
Yeah.
and so are the other Decepticons. Like,
Fuck's sake. We can't get done for copyright for that, right?
well, you're not singing it, so.
I was humming it. The Smiths.
This movie does not explain how he
Oh, I remember this one. How? This is brand new. Just made me think of that fucking scene from Back to the Future.
Okay, that joke doesn't work
Yeah.
because everyone loved that song back then.
Yeah.
It's like the internet ruined that song. The 80s loved it.
Yeah.
It wasn't their fault. Bad robot.
Bad. Naughty.
You're not fit to wear Fry's leotard.
Yeah.
I like how he's
Bang that. Put that fire mixtape on.
I wish I had something like vinyl because,
Yeah.
like, I'd love to just own vinyls because they just look so nice. Like,
Yeah. Feels like you own it.
yeah. Like I say, like this is just what the other movies was just quiet moments. Like,
Yeah, this is exactly what I think I understand. Like, I agree with you. Is that the big thing that the Michael Bay movies needed, apart from obviously, yeah, the action scenes were cool. Not going to deny that, but they needed down moments like this, just so the characters can reflect on themselves and reflect on their
yeah.
their their character, whether that be a plot point or something, so that they can sort of just express what they're feeling. Otherwise, otherwise they just don't feel like human beings. They just feel like machines.
Like, there's no plot happening here, and there hasn't been a lot of plot happening in the rest of the movie, to be honest. Like, but that's not the problem because, like, she doesn't know that there's a plot to this movie. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously with ET, like the plot is like ET wants to go home, so he's got to find him to get home. But here, it's like she doesn't know what he is. It's kind of like Iron Giant. There's no in Iron Giant, like he just hangs out with him until obviously the military show up and like try to deal with it. And this is the same kind of thing. This is why I compare it more to Iron Giant than ET.
Yeah.
Because I saw a video about like how this movie failed because like it had no plot, and I'm like, no, it failed because no one knew what it was. Like, it wasn't really marketed very well. Like, I guess because like the studio didn't really like believe in it. I guess like, and obviously, it's called Bumblebee. It isn't called Transformers Bumblebee. Like, because the average person is just gonna go, oh, there's a movie called Bumblebee. What's that about? Like, if it's called Transformers, they're gonna go, oh, it's Transformers. We'll see that. You know. It didn't fail because it didn't have a plot. Like,
I think as well. I think for the studio, I think they kind of want to separate the Transformers and the Bumblebee sort of like as two separate things because they didn't want it to be associated with the Michael Bay franchise because it's not.
Obviously,
it's not. This isn't a Michael Bay movie at all, and it's not got nothing to do with those movies. Even though they keep referencing them, they don't have anything to do with them at all. Nah, he's an like this guy is big dum dum. Like, and the fact that these generals agreed to do it is stupid on their part. They would
he
never
calls
do
it out,
that.
like, he has the best line in this movie, which is in a minute.
Yeah.
They literally called themselves
He fucking points it out. It's like, they're literally called Decepticons. Is that not ringing any alarm bells for anybody else? He's got a point, though.
Yeah. I love how it's like America back then. It was like, well,
Don't take it to the Russians, and they're like, can't let Russia have this shit.
But yeah, getting back to my point earlier, like I say, I don't think it's like right to say this movie doesn't have a plot, therefore it's bad. It's like no, it's more of a quieter movie. Like, and because of that, like the action in it is a lot more memorable because it earns it later on.
Yeah.
Like, because here, like we've got the Decepticons, but they're not doing anything. They're sneaking about. Like, also we have Decepticons apparently to thank for the internet, according to this movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they actually state that the Decepticons invented the internet, right?
Yeah, it's not the best.
Oh,
joke,
here he is. Here's Mr. Unlucky.
Wait, what kind of memo? That's a weird name.
Yeah, that is a weird name.
This is a nickname. I don't know.
Maybe. I like how she went from 0 to 100 real fucking fast. If you tell anyone, I will have to kill you.
Like, I like how his reaction is great as well. Jeez.
Yeah, he's like, oh. I like how he's terrified, but he's like real trying hard to fucking like hide it.
Oh, this scene is quite funny actually. Yeah.
Did she really need to do that with his shirt though? She could have just done this, right?
Also, I've noticed, like, is she wearing safety shorts underneath her own shorts?
Probably.
It's weird. Like, is that a thing back in the 80s? Like,
I don't know. I wasn't alive then, Jacob. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. He's got a point though. Again.
Yeah, it's like he's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's actually a smart he
Like,
clearly is
why
a
isn't
smart
anyone
man,
listening to John Cena? Is it because he's invisible? They can't see him.
I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is not wrong.
Yeah.
That is what we would do. Like, this is a big problem with our society. It's like anything new and dangerous, we have to just basically,
Destroy it.
regardless of it's dangerous or not, we just have to hide it and do experiments on it to basically gain the upper hand in a war that we're not even fighting.
Woo! Woo!
And like in Guardians, the radio is tied into like him because obviously
Yeah.
he uses it to talk. Like,
Mm.
it's not doing it just for the sake of it. Like,
He's gonna jump, guys.
I like that whatever he's wearing, it's like too
Yeah, it's
too small for him.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. Oh, here we go. I think we all knew that song was coming at some point.
Yeah. You got the touch. You got the power. He's like, bruh.
Also, like, don't try this at home, kids, because it would likely kill you.
Yeah, don't do that. Wait. Okay, that was a bit weird. Did I? Is it just me that just looked real weird and fake to you? Me,
it looked much shorter a fall than it actually is.
it looked a lot higher than it actually was. That was weird.
Look, it looks super tall when you look at it that
Yeah.
way.
Look how far that looks.
Like he would be at least knocked out. Like I think.
Yeah.
And he could hit like there's loads of rocks around it. You never dive in like places that have potentially rocks.
Oh, here comes the bitchy girls. Mm-mm. Bruh.
I mean, like
That was just
I
uncalled
actually
for.
couldn't believe that people would talk like that back then because like
Yeah.
bullies from the 80s were different from bullies now.
Yeah. That was just uncalled for.
Yeah.
Just like I remember the old saying is like if you really want to know what people are like, then you watch kids on the playground. And it's fucking true, right? Well, I say more now that you just say watch people on the internet, but it's true though, isn't it? Though. Hmm.
Now this scene is cute. Like,
Yeah.
he just crushes it. Also, what a waste.
I know, right?
But again, this is a very like, not even 80s idea, just suburban like movie idea of like
Yeah.
TPing someone's house.
Look how proud he looks. He's
Where
like,
he's like, they're doing good, guys.
yeah,
I look how he's still wearing that jumper. Like,
yeah,
it's still
yeah. He's still
clearly
got it.
cute. It's like how it's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Come, what? They live in like a palace. What the fuck? I've just noticed how massive their house is.
That was a very 80s
Yeah.
moment then, like with the music cue and all that. Like,
I like it. He didn't even need this. Like, nah, they go
no,
way
I
too
don't
fast.
need the scanner for this.
Yeah.
You probably could have checked it out.
Yeah.
Good song choice.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? After watching this a second time, I still like this movie. It's still good.
Yeah, it's still good. Like I say, it's not perfect. by
Yeah,
any
of course.
means.
It's definitely not perfect, but it's way better than the last 5 movies we've watched.
Yeah. There's really interesting use of his like form outside of his car
Yeah.
for this as well.
They in this movie as well. They really thought about like what they could do, like in terms of like in what form they could and what they could actually potentially
Yeah.
like utilize their own like actual physical body to make like stuff like this. Like Michael, like in the previous ones, they never really did stuff like this. Thought of new and interesting ways to use his form is what I was trying to say.
It's like using the transformation in a cool way. Like
Hmm.
it's like you know in the first one, how the car chase is literally just a car chase. It's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
But he is actually using his
Oh, I love this. Oh, that's cool.
like when he like climbs up and he rolls it around.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that tunnel scene where he runs up the wall.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And like I say, like yes, it has no plot. Like yeah, because we're not chasing a stupid MacGuffin again. Because like the plot is basically
What do you mean?
Decepticons.
There is a plot. It's the fact that he got stuck on Earth and the Decepticons are chasing him. He just doesn't know about it yet. It's
Yeah,
like
I guess that's the way to.
when people say there's no plot, what do you mean? There is a plot.
Well, I've seen
Like,
videos of people saying like, well, one particular saying that this movie fails because it has no plot. I'm like, no, it's like
it does have a plot. It's
it
just
does. It's just
Pop Tarts.
yeah. there's no MacGuffin, and I think people are just so used to having MacGuffins at this
Yeah,
point,
this
and they're just not used to the fact
I
that
think
they're.
like sorry to interrupt you, but I think like people are so used to being spoon fed the plot like so
Yeah.
forcefully that they just don't know what anything else is anymore. So
No.
when you've been given a MacGuffin that is like the center of all things, right? Actually, Jacob, just in case our audience doesn't know, just explain what a MacGuffin is for people, just so that they know, because you're
Oh,
better
basically,
explaining it than
the
me.
device that all characters need. It's like what drives the story. Good example is the Allspark from the first movie. It's the thing that everyone wants.
Yeah.
Or the glasses.
Fucking hell, my phone is just going off for some reason.
Or in the second one, it's the Matrix leadership, or Sam, basically.
Yeah.
Third one, it's the pillars. Fourth one, it's the seed. And then the Merlin staff in 5, so.
Mm. But yeah, it's like
It's a
back to
problem.
back to my point. It's just like
Yeah.
I think people are just so used, especially the Transformers movies, of just there being a plot device to rely everything off
Yeah.
that people just don't know better. And then when that isn't present anymore, it's like, well, this is a bad movie because it doesn't have that. It's like, no, it's not a bad movie at all because of that reason. It's like it's not a bad movie.
This movie's got downtime. It's got like it lets the audience care about like Bumblebee and who he's with.
Is it perfect? No, of course it
No.
not. But at the same time, right? Oh, this is where he trashes the house, right?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
it's actually quite a funny scene.
Yeah.
I love what he does in the second where he tries to get through the door. He shrinks his body, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a cut scene where like all the appliances come to life,
Really?
and they look really funny because they look kind of cartoonish. Like they look like just machines with faces instead of like being robots in the second one.
I love the fact he's trying to be careful, but he's not because he's too big, and it's like he's just making things worse.
Yeah, he is like when he zaps his finger into the outlet, like things supposed to come alive. I think it was a cut scene.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why is he just messing with the clock for some reason?
Yeah. Freaking dog.
Look at the doggo.
That's one of my favorite types of doggos.
Mm. Yeah, it is in the Northwest. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
San Francisco. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I forget San Francisco is northwest, so
Yeah, it's Northwest. Yeah.
I could believe that where it was before them probably was San Francisco. Like, is San Francisco the city, not the state? What state is San Francisco in? Like,
San Francisco's in California.
yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Washington, and then Seattle, which is more further north, is in Washington.
mm.
So yeah, because San Francisco's California. But I always class it as the Northwest because it is very much on the border of California, if I remember. It's like very much on the border of California and Washington. Oof. Judging coming here we go. Oh shit. Ta-da!
Yeah. I love this little half form he does in a minute. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. This
Yeah.
it looks.
Oh yeah. There's like little. Oh, he's wheeling away in shame.
Like, why did he give her a
Yeah,
thumbs
I
up?
don't know. He's like, yeah, I destroyed your house. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I hate that kid.
Yeah,
He's
I
so
don't like
fucking
it.
annoying.
Also, I'm sorry, like you wouldn't believe that like she did all this. Like,
No.
there's no way. I mean, like I say, I can see both sides to that.
Yeah.
Although, if she's calling Bumblebee a piece of crap, like, why'd you take him?
Yeah.
I mean, look, well, he is good. He's like
He's
literally
kind of
rusting.
he's kind of a piece of crap. Like,
Yeah.
like to give her credit, to give her a bit of like, she is right. He is a piece of crap.
Mm. Well, like I say, I can understand her here. Like, it's
Yeah, same.
like, because like I say, she has found a replacement, but she will probably never because
Mm,
nothing will probably fill that void.
yeah. Did they ever actually explain how her dad died, or was it just like he died?
He
Near
just had
the...
a random heart attack, which I think was weird because do guys like unless they got health problems like have a random heart attack? I mean, maybe
It's
he could have had
possible. Like you,
it
you
is
can you
possible,
can have a
yeah.
heart attack at any point. It doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
mean like it could just be like maybe like you just didn't realize like you had under like there might have been something wrong with your heart like you just didn't know, or maybe it
I
just
guess.
wasn't as strong as you thought it was. Or, I don't know.
Yeah. She ran like he almost knows.
Do you know what? I feel bad for John Cena in this movie because he feels like the
Yeah,
only man of logic and everyone else is just ignoring him. He's like,
yeah.
bruh, what did I just say?
That was pretty dope.
That's cool. I don't understand why they had to do true transforms there. Why didn't
Yeah,
they just go straight into this form?
it's like we turn to the car and then turn back into the robot.
Yeah, that make no sense.
It looked cool though.
Yeah, it did look cool. It did make no fucking sense though.
Mm. Man, they're just like straight up
Yeah.
just fucking killing him.
Oopsie. I mean, you should have really touched him when there was electricity going through. That was a bad call on her part.
Yeah. There's a line here that's actually quite funny with John Cena. You'll know when I get to like when he's talking about like
Yeah.
how he robs something. Yeah.
I can't. I'm sure her mum believes her, right? I can't remember exactly.
I think she does, but like
Yeah.
that line there
Yeah.
is like, yeah, we know.
I can't remember what his name is. Is it like Todd or something? It wouldn't surprise me if it's like Todd
It's
or
like Ron. Something like
Ron Todd. Yeah, it's classic stepdad name. All right then, Ron. Yeah, the pocket knife. Don't think she ever uses that. That's the first time and last time we'll
that.
ever
That
see
bit
it.
of hers is really cool, like with
Yeah,
the green leather jacket.
yeah. God, it couldn't be more 80s.
Yeah. I like how the logo is the old Spark.
Yeah.
What was that? Man?
What was that?
Why he did it then? It's so funny.
Oh, I hate him so much.
Yeah.
The Thing, Raise of the Lost Ark.
hmm I love that Thing poster. Like, that's one of the best movie posters there is.
Hmm. Yeah, I honestly I get what you're saying. Like this movie just doesn't feel 80s at all. It just feels
No,
like it's got 80s things in it.
like I say, there were kids that like obviously were into like movies like this, but they wouldn't have them on the wall. Like,
Yeah. I like how you went from bright younger brother to now actually good character in the space of 2 seconds, like 20
Mm.
seconds.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. It looks weird hanging up like that.
Yeah. Oh, there's the pocket knife. What? That's hold on by that. Wow.
I mean, it's the
Security,
80s,
my dude.
yeah. I like how each message that
Yeah.
like puts up is completely different from what he posted in the first place.
Hmm.
Oh, you think? You
Yeah.
think you made it?
The splat cannon.
So it's so creepy. Like,
Yeah. So what happens? Does it just turn them into liquid? Like, what
yeah,
exactly does it do?
I think it just turned him into like snot.
It looks like snot, but obviously it's not. It's like it must just like convert their cells into just straight water, right?
That is kind of funny the way he delivers that.
Yeah.
And like now he said it, he chokes. Like,
I like how that's always the go-to. You got drugs? That's a weird name for a kid.
it is. Everyone's got weird names in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, Charlie's like a very normal name. Only a bit weird one.
Yeah, but not for a girl.
Charlie for a girl? No, I've met a couple of Charlies that are girls. That was a weird transformation.
That was like
Mm.
that was a weird shot because you couldn't really see it. Like,
I don't. Why do they keep transforming into cars and then transforming into jets for like a second? It makes just transform into the jet.
I guess because they need to get out quicker.
Mm.
I mean, like I say, I've never met a Charlie that was a girl. Like, so
Oh, yeah.
for me, it sounds like a weird name more than.
Oh, he did. The electric gun. She's basically fucking defibrillating him.
There's I can't remember what video I watched, but like there was someone who compared this movie. The reason why she doesn't go for him in Bumblebee because she's got a thing for Bumblebee over him, and that's why
She fancies
she's got
Bumblebee over him.
yeah. Like literally, he's like she's asking to come back to regardless. So it's like like I say, you can see it. Like there are elements of it there.
I'd
Like
say
this is almost
it's more like I don't know. Like I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like
yeah,
romantic.
this is robot shape of water, dude. I'm telling you.
I
Like
like when he just gets up like nothing's happened. Like yo, what up?
yeah, I don't like fake outs like that.
I like how he just feels like a third wheel.
Mm. Like I say, it's all about him and her.
Mm.
Shape of water, dude.
Shape of water. I like how I like how Bumblebee had like a fucking Windows XP reboot. He's like, dun, 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 dun.
Would you like to return your computer to its
Yeah.
state before?
Would you like to return it to factory default settings? Why are they blowing it up to get back into their own base? I don't understand. Why don't they just press the button to get in?
I like his line as well. There's a door in my way.
Hmm.
I guess because he thought that the other Decepticons were still in there. I
Maybe.
guess.
Maybe.
Also, this scene in a minute, I'm not a big fan of, where he goes like basically Iron Giant mode, where he's got the red eyes, and it's like, what's the point? Like it doesn't do that throughout any of the other parts of the movie. It's weird.
Do you know what? Actually, going back to the scene where he's like, "We've been lied to. The Decepticons are actually evil." Why was John Cena surprised? Because he knew they were playing them. Like he knew, they were being played. So why was he surprised when he was told that?
No, he wasn't. He couldn't hear it. Basically,
Mm.
I think that was the point. Or it wasn't making sense. Like, he kept going, "What? What's happening?" This is a kind of a neat callback to the first movie where like they were going with cables in the other one. I don't get why his eyes turn red here. Like, it's weird. Like, is it because he's angry?
Maybe.
Or
I'm sure he would have died. He just straight up backhanded him like 30 feet across the sea. Like he would have died when he's breaking some ribs.
Just get out of here, be gone.
You just bitch slapped them.
Be gone, John Cena. I see you. Because again, this is very similar to the Iron Giant scene where he realizes that this thing, not only it's not a giant, it's not like not a robot after all, but it's a robot that can literally destroy the world. Like,
His eyes get bigger and he goes ooh woo.
yeah, I just don't like how his eyes are because Transformers have different eye colors to represent their factions. Like, him having his eyes go red is just really weird. Like,
This tower. Oh yeah, I remember now. They have to go to that tower to like stop it or something, right?
huh.
He's like first base.
I don't think she's actually into him like that personally. Like,
No, she seems like she sees him like as more as like a friend. It seems to me. Like it doesn't really seem like she sees him like a romantically.
that didn't work. Well, he said it for me. Like,
Yeah, you gotta push it to maximum ogre drive.
maximum overdrive.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? Did you see that red light in the the grill of the car? What the fuck was
Did
that
you
for?
hear him? Did you hear him say, "If you lose him, I will personally rip your face off"?
What is with these movies and ripping people's faces off?
Doesn't he pull a move from like? So it's from Miami Vice or something. I don't know. I can't
I
remember.
don't know.
Wait. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I see this on Miami Vice.
That was very close.
Yeah. You see it on Miami Vice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew. He
I
looked
mean,
like he was dead inside for a split second there.
like, it looked like he was about to vomit anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I like how simple that message is.
Yeah.
Like, we found him. Come here.
Yeah, found him. Come here. Nothing,
That's it.
nothing like interesting. It's like, come here, fam. They're here. That's it. It was a text message at
It's, like,
best.
it's basically a text. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
send him a text.
Mm.
He's calling her trash.
Like, that's what she takes away from it. It's like, you listen to the Smiths now. That's great.
Blasting.
So this fight scene between him and I know both of their names, but I can't remember because they never say what they are. I think that the blue one's called Dropkick, which is weird because he never does a dropkick in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, you think if you actually called that, you would do something with it.
Yeah.
Like, and the other one I think is called Shatter, but like this fight scene between them both is great. Like, because the movie's earned this. Like,
Yeah.
we haven't
It's
added
built up
anything
to it.
like this. Yeah, built up, and it looks great. Like the choreography in this fight is great. Like, there's some fantastic moves. We'll get there when we get there, but like,
It's earned it. It looks good. Oh, that was cool. Oh wait, isn't there like a transformation, like where they transform in and out to fight?
oh yeah, there's an amazing fight where like Bumblebee swings him over, and Dropkick recovers by transferring back.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
so cool.
Even the fight scenes are done better than Michael Bay.
Yeah, because we can actually see it. All the robots are in frame.
We can actually fucking see it. Yeah.
Because even that there, like where we see him from behind.
Yeah, look, we can still see the fight going on, even though we know she's running away. We can still see what's happening. That's all I want to say, because after being like, do you know what it is, right? Do you know what it feels like? It feels like, do you know when you get denied something so long for so much as like,
and now you finally get to see it.
and then you finally get it, and it's so much sweeter. It's like,
yeah.
It's like, do you know the best way I could describe it? It's like if you got a diet and you don't eat anything bad for months, and then suddenly you get that one day where you get to just eat and indulge. It feels so. Oh, that was cool. It feels so
cool,
much
like,
nicer and so
that's
much
a cool
better.
G1 reference. Like,
Yeah.
That's a reference to the opening. But yeah, you're right.
This is
It
exactly
feels
what
like,
this fight scene is.
yeah. I love something like I love when they hit him when he gets the gun. He's like pow,
Yeah. Bah!
whack, just straight on the
Bah!
head. Like I saw this movie 3 times in cinema, and all the audience would get so into this fight at the end. Like
It's
you're
good.
hearing gasps and all that. I love it when I hear that in a theater with anything.
I doubt we'll ever get that experience ever again.
No, cinemas are gone.
Cinemas are extinct now.
Well, we don't know. Like I say,
I don't think they are. I don't think they are.
I don't think they'll be
all
gone,
the
no,
small
no.
cinemas probably will go, but I think all the big cinemas, I think they will stay.
Yeah.
Like because at the end of the day, right? There is nothing you cannot beat the cinema experience.
Oh yeah, like it might like go back to being like a much cheaper experience because people have to get them back in there. But you know,
Do you know, I remember, right? I know this is a bit of a side tangent because obviously we're watching this movie, but I kind of just want to talk about it briefly. But do you know, I reckon what will happen with the cinema experience, right, is the cinema experience is never going to disappear. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But do you remember that one period in time, maybe like early 2000s, where the cinema experience was in danger again of just basically dying out?
Oh, that was so cool when he does the roll.
That was cool, yeah. That was cool. Yeah. Oh, so cool.
But no, yeah, because like obviously cinema was in a struggle because obviously cinemas came back pretty much when 3D and like
yeah,
the
like when the whole 3D
form.
thing happened, like cinemas came back in a big form, and people started going to the cinema again. It's gonna happen. It's gonna the same thing's gonna happen again, where cinema is gonna. Oh yeah.
So...
Bye.
Bye. Like you think these little chains can hold me?
Yes.
But yeah, I don't think cinema was going to go extinct. It's just like people will want to go out and do everything they couldn't do before, even more so. Like people will be going out to cinema like more often when they finally can.
Yeah.
Like I think once this whole thing blows over, I think when it finally does, people will be going out and doing a lot more things outside than they did before.
Oh yeah. For the first like 3 months, like cinemas are going to be booked out, restaurants are going to be completely booked out, like everything will be booked out. You will not be able to go anywhere because they will be so busy all the time.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you saved me. That look then, that was kind of funny.
Yes, the let's just cut random wires and hope for the best tactic.
Yeah. Oh, she is a Harrier jet. I thought that's what she was. Like I say, we can actually see these fight scenes. Like we know what's happening.
I also I forgot to mention, but the cliche with the loading bar.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 80s. Technology wasn't what it was, I guess.
You just don't punch her in the head.
I like this moment in a minute where like she just basically wails on him. Like,
yeah.
She kind of just hates him. Like,
No, he didn't.
I like how like that. Just it does literally just she just gets crushed.
Yeah.
Like, bam. Like,
Boom.
told you, Tom. It's Shape of Water. Like she dives in to save it.
Oh, she actually does as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into like an entire pool that could be full of God knows what.
And cargo and metal and no matter what, and it's like I'm gonna dive in.
Look, there's loads of shrapnel everywhere.
Like she could have like really been really hurt doing that. Yeah, I get it. It's
Yeah.
obviously she's supposed to save him, right? Hashtag shape of water.
She could have hit anything. Like
Yeah.
Shape of Water.
Oh God, no.
Oh shit.
Why was he just laying there? Like he clearly was like nothing happened to him. Why did you just like sort of like?
I guess he was just tired. Like
I don't know. He was trying to 10-minute nap.
he's basically killed two people. Like
Yeah. No, put your hand in front of your face and disappear.
yeah. Like that, you would have been cool if she turned around then and he got.
And he disappeared, yeah, and he just sort of vanished. He just like waved his hands in front of his face and disappeared.
Isn't that from the Breakfast Club?
I don't know. Also, why is he randomly clean now?
Yeah, he looks very clean in that shot. Like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're gonna do after this because, like, obviously they've kind of redefined what their brand is gonna be after this. Oh,
Yeah.
this is funny.
Good.
He is kind of generally funny in this. Like.
Yeah. But do you know what? The difference between this humor and the humor in the previous ones is that this humor is
It's
just
not offensive. For
it's not
starters.
offensive is the first one, and also it's just you know it's just
More earnest, like
yeah
more wholesome.
yeah it's a bit more wholesome humor, and it's just a bit more goofy.
Yeah.
It's
not like
straight offensive.
Borderline offensive, nearly racist.
Yeah. No, he's dirty again.
I mean, sure, but like. I mean, he never mentioned you before.
Yeah. But like that scene there, looks like he's actually there.
Yeah. I think because it actually did build like.
And if you notice on the face as well, there's like a slight blue tint on it as well.
Yeah.
So like they've actually paid proper attention to detail and everything, which is good. Oh, there you go.
That's what I mean. Like, this is clearly like a reboot, but it's doing the stealth reboot X-Men First Class thing where, like, it's clearly a prequel trying to be a prequel too, but it's like it can't exist in the same universe. Because it contradicts Last Night, because in Last Night he was fighting the Nazis.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know
What is continuity in this
what
universe?
is continuity. Is that supposed to be Optimus?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be. With his classic look, like it is cool to see him like with that classic look. I mean, it could just be a random truck. I don't know. Like,
Maybe.
can't believe we're already at the end of this. Like,
Yeah.
this movie isn't long at all. Like,
No, I enjoyed this movie. I think as well.
like it doesn't overstay its welcome.
No,
Like,
no, it definitely doesn't. It's not too long, but it's not too short either. So
Yeah.
it's just right.
because like movies from the 80s were this long. They weren't too like. And I think we need to get back to this. I think we need to not spend so much time on
I think for certain movies, having a long time spent.
an epic like Infinity War. You need something. But
yeah,
something like,
a 3 hour for Infinity War was fine because it was wrapping like a good
So much up.
like 15, 16 years of just, well, actually, was it that long? 10, 12 years, something like that, of just
Yeah.
all plot points just coming into one. For that, you needed the time. You needed the 3 hours of and 2 movies to spread it out, just to sort of wrap everything up, right? For a movie like this, that's self-contained, an hour and a half, 2 hours is fine. It's plenty of time.
Yeah.
You could do it in that.
I do miss movies that are like this long because see what I mean? Like she clearly like doesn't like him like that. It's just
But I
I mean,
respect
maybe she
that.
does.
But I respect that
Like, I
because, like,
respect
it's
that
not
movie for
forced. It
doing
doesn't
that.
feel forced. I mean,
There's-
that's it. That's the
It's not over just yet. Like,
well, that's like the ending of the main part anyway.
well, that's this is basically the epilogue. But... I like how he's basically just the same.
Ah, here he is. Here's
body with
Optimus.
just...
Hmm.
You could basically just say that about the franchise now. It's like,
Hmm.
thank you for saving the franchise, Bumblebee.
Thanks for saving the franchise. After the Decepticon Michael Bay nearly destroyed it.
Yeah. I also really love this ending song that she did, Haley Steinfeld.
Also, like the throwback to the dad as well. That was a nice thing to do.
That car looks great.
Oh yeah, that looks really nice.
I like these credits too. Like,
oh yeah,
like this movie just makes me think of Christmas now. It makes me feel good. Like it's a movie that I can put on and just feel good about. Like,
yeah. That Michael Bay's how you do a Transformers movie. Is that too
like...
goddamn hard?
It is because, like I say, just character designs that actually look cool.
Yeah.
You know, an actual story that you can attach yourself to.
Yeah. Well,
action that you can see.
Yes. Oh, I forgot Spielberg was a producer on this.
I think he would have actually been proud to have his name attached to this.
Yeah. So, what are your closing thoughts on this movie, Jacob?
I still really love it. Like, I have seen this movie quite a few times. Like I say, it does mean a lot to me. Like I say, I've watched it a few times. Like I say, with a lot of different people. Like, grew up with the franchise and that, and like just to have something this good, like perfect. No, but just like as a just follow up to 5 awful movies, each one probably getting worse than the last one. It's just nice to finally have something like a real movie, basically.
Yeah. Joe, I'm gonna sum this movie up into my thoughts, and then you can add on to that if you like.
Yeah.
So, I think this movie is a nice, fresh bit of air from the 5 Transformers movies that we had before. It is not only is it a good Transformers movie, it's a good story for kind of like a growing up story, isn't it? Really, if you think
Yeah.
about it, because that's what she did. She had to sort of grow up and sort of, kind of realize who she is. It's got everything you want in a movie, and it doesn't feel forced. The love interest, it's like it doesn't feel too forced. It's not too like it's not like how it was in the first Transformers, where it's like, no,
Yeah.
I don't believe this for a single second, right?
It feels like you're watching another movie like E.T. back in that kind of era.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like a missing movie that didn't come out back then with just modern special effects. They
Yeah.
actually released a trailer for it being on VHS as a joke.
Oh,
It
really?
was really cool. Like it was really fun.
Yeah, that's a nice
I'd like
touch.
to say it being like in the 80s is a problem because again it's that 2015 Stranger Things 80s, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's not that's not the movie's fault. That's more of a like just people
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't get the 80s
Of
anymore. I
course,
guess,
of
but,
course, of course. But yeah,
um,
to sum this movie up, it is, it's got everything you expect from what we would expect from a Transformers movie. It did
Yeah.
Cybertron right. It did the designs right. It did the characters correctly. The plot was great. Like even John Cena in this movie was fantastic. Like he was
He's
great
fun.
in this movie.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
fun.
funny. He was like he had a he didn't say stupid things. Like he just made his humor was just observational humor. It was fine. Like uh, I liked it. Is it perfect? No, of course not. But
No, it's not.
it's no movie is perfect. Like this,
This is a B movie.
yeah,
Like
it's
I've said that
definitely
before.
it's a B, no pun unintended. But yeah, it's definitely a B movie. Like it's not.
And that's what we needed after.
Mm.
Like we didn't need something amazing. We just needed something to like
The
clear
best
the
way
air.
the best way I can describe it, it's fun. The movie's fun,
Yeah, it's fun.
and that's exactly what it is. It's fun, but it's not. But it's not fun to the extent that it's just painful to watch. It's fun in the sense that it means it's just a fun movie to watch. It's it's great for obviously us who grew up with Transformers, but also for kids as well who don't really know anything about it. I think it's a fantastic movie.
Mm.
Yeah, I also love the Flash, like the fact that they kept the characters. They didn't try to change them too much. They didn't try to like force this thing onto the like how they did with Shia LaBeouf's character. How they really kept changing him so much throughout the movie. One minute he's this person, then he's like super smart, then he's not, then he's an idiot. Now he wants to be with them, now he doesn't. It's just like they changed his character way too much. Her was a simple character. She went from point A to point B. She grew. End.
Yep. End of the story. Like
End.
it's like I say, it's such a good movie for what it is. Like it was better than had any right to be. So
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. It was better than any it right to be. I think the people who complained that it doesn't have a plot point clearly have just not watched the movie properly, because it does have a plot point. Every movie has a plot point. If you say it has no plot, it does have a plot. Is it the best plot in the world? No, of course
No.
it's not. But there's something there. It's it's easy to follow, and that's what a movie should be. It should be easy to follow.
I like a movie with quiet moments. Like
Yeah, of course. Like
I
every
miss
movie
movies like that. Like
the problem that I have with movies nowadays is that it's just action all the time, and
Yeah,
that's
action all
not
the time
how you
to
do a
me.
movie. That's boring.
I think always has to have it. Makes the action numb. Like the action in this movie is good because you remember it because you've earned towards it. You've gotten towards it.
Like I think a great example I can think of, right, is the first Pacific Rim. Right, it's
Yeah.
like when the fights happen, they feel so much better because we
There's
felt
only
like
three fights. in the
it felt
movie,
like we
that's it.
earned those fights.
Yeah.
And they just felt heavier hitting, and it's the same with this one, right? That end fight of the scene just felt more heavy hitting and felt more deserving because it built up to it, and it gave us this plot and all this sort of this build up to it, and then when it finally happens, it just feels more satisfying. Can you imagine if they did the same thing as the other Transformers movies, where there was a fight in the middle, and then there was like a 10-minute break, and there was another fight? It wouldn't have felt as good, and it would have just felt it would have been numb to it in the end.
Because like there's one chase scene and that's kind of it. But
Yeah, but it's not a full-on fight, and it was a cool sequence as well. It was.
Mm.
So, just to say what I said in the beginning of this, I enjoyed it when I watched it, and I enjoyed it this time too.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of it. So yeah, like at least all the Transformers are done now, and we can move on to
Yeah,
what's
that's
the word?
or the Pirates of the Caribbean now. This will
Pirates
be
of the Caribbean.
this will be the next movie set that we start doing now is Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I'm just so glad we got these done and out of the way because
Now we can finally move into the new year with something new. We're not
Exactly.
obviously going to do commentaries as much because I think it's better to do it month to month
Yeah,
and
of
do other
course.
videos potentially. So
Yeah, we're going to be doing our podcast as well in the new year.
yeah,
So yeah, but thank you to everybody who's watched our commentary on Transformers. I hope that it hasn't been as mind-numbing for you as it has for us. Bumblebee
yep.
was a nice fresh breath, like a nice breath of fresh air, and I'm glad we watched this as a send off for this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, to everybody who watched our commentary, thank you so much. Keep a lookout for the rest of them. Yeah, I really enjoy this movie, and I'm happy we got through it. So that's it from me. That's it from me. Anything else from you?
That's fine with me. I think that's a good
All
way
right.
to end on it here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you to everybody, and goodbye.
All right. All right.